Well, hello and welcome and welcome and hello. Thank you for joining me on this incredibly special election edition of Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. I'm personally very, very sick of the election. I know it's going to be another close one, and people will be riled up on both sides, but I figured if anybody is tired of it like I am, we can talk about Sofi Technologies Incorporated. Of course, ticker symbol is SOFI. Guys, we have been on an epic bull run. You know, and a lot of people think it's out of steam. I think exactly the opposite. I think we're just reaching another inflection point. If you remember that ridiculous pump that I sold last time, to 1170 or whatever it was. That was back in July 2023. So we're about to break that down and, in fact, make a high that we haven't made all the way since February of 2022. So we're about to hit 3-year high. The run looks completely different than it did last time as well. So, we can talk about all these things, but it's essentially this: like, we're here. We were here, we're going to pass this, and we're going to go to here. And it's all going to happen before the end of the year. The math is on our side. The bulls are in charge. The people that bought this senior secured note deal, they know what they're doing. BlackRock, others, these guys are not guessing. They're not saying, oh, at some point the stock may be up. I feel like they're going to take it up. And, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can see here, guys, the algo, just especially from this point, after this big run in June 2023, for the next, year, say 15 months, the algo was just absolutely locked on to this line. And what happened right here from, August until October-ish, early October, is the algo started to bend. You started to see tremendous buying pressure due to the rate cuts, due to SoFi's business model kicking in, due to the continued growth in members, deposits. Everyone, even like the Chia pet, was revising upward EPS. When I started to see Goldman Sachs giving big upward revisions, I was like, these are the dark masters of the universe. This stock is about to make a huge run. And that's why I was telling people, down at 7, hey, this thing's going to be 10-13 before ER just after it. And everybody laughed at me then. You can laugh. He who laughs last always laughs best, as the old phrase goes. I don't know if I can run a little bit of material by you guys. But why, when you go to the doctor, this is somebody who has $1 million education. He's been in school for 10 years. They know everything, but they always want to tell me what I already know. Like, I go to the doctor, I'm like, doesn't matter what it is. I'm like, I have an ear infection, my eye hurts, my scalp is whatever it is. The doctor, listens to me, pensively, and they're like, I think you need to lose weight. I'm like, I knew that already. I knew that when I walked in here. I knew that last year. I know I need to lose weight. That's not the issue I'm bringing to you, doctor. And by the way, they never tell you how to lose weight. They don't know anything about nutrition. They don't know anything about exercise. They'll maybe throw some pills at you, kick you square in the nuts. It's like, if I went to an auto mechanic and I'm like, hey, my transmission's slipping a little bit between second and third gear, and it's not really, going. And then, by the way, the power's off. I think it could be this or that. And the mechanic, he's this expert, and he just kind of scratches like, did you know you had a little bit of a scratch here on your fender? Like, yes. Don't tell me obvious stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm working on this bit. Might not be that good. But look at the difference between this and this. The reason I drew this little trend line is just to show you this is not a pump. Okay, this has moved up after this gap up. This has moved up an additional 14%, but it's done so in 16 candles. And then on the ER, retrace all the way back here to 977. I mean, that's very close to these. This is beautiful triple test. in the short term, long term, everything's bullish. Golden Cross and the fundamentals are insanely bullish. I mean, the jobs tell us we're going to get at least another 25-point rate cut. SoFi demand, fair value accounting, wheel, new high margin products, continued upward revisions. The momentum is building, guys. The multiple is still just stupid low. I mean, the Palantir thing, I mean, I'm just angry because I took 100% profit and sold my shares kind of just like Tevis. I don't feel so stupid because Tevis did it and he leads a team. I mean, I'm just a fat asshole, but anyway, yeah, it burns me. I mean, I could have had like a, whatever, 6x gain instead of a 2x, but that's life, guys. You're never really wrong for taking profits, but in this case, I was wrong for taking profits. The multiple there, I'm looking at Palantir's growth. Everybody's just falling all over themselves. And Karp, who is a genius by any measure, is saying like, hey, we should just go home. Our results are so good. 30% top line growth. I mean, this is good. It's really good, but AI is everywhere. AI is booming. This could be the golden age of AI. And I know he's saying the demand won't subside. And he's probably right. I mean, he's in a position to know. And I keep saying Palantir is an amazing company, but I have valuation concerns. Even if they continue to grow at 30% at the top line, how fast can they grow their margins? Like, how can you get to $100 billion? They're selling, was like $700 million this quarter. I mean, they're just bigger than SoFi, growing a little bit faster. I would argue SoFi might eventually have better margins. I don't think Palantir is going to be this cash generating ATM machine. People think this is going to take a lot of maintenance, a lot of sales. There are going to be a lot of people involved, even though it's AI. Their margins are not superhuman. Their profits are not, I just can't see it. I can't see the valuation. That's me. Probably should buy now and then, in a couple years, it'll probably be 200 billion or more, because I'm the chunky stock monkey and I'm on the wrong side of a lot of trades, but I've been on the right side of this SoFi trade. I can tell you that. So it's Un Poco Mas, guys, the show where we try to give you just a little bit more. I know, like I said, the election results are coming in. Everybody's watching that, but I just, thought I'd give you a little distraction if you're looking to get your mind off all that for a few minutes. Interestingly enough, Max Payne is $10.50. These are, of course, a lot of old puts at 10.50, and then all the calls are at 12. Look at the volume, guys. This is very unusual. This distribution on puts, this is telling me something really unusual is happening right now. We could expect, and this has got to be institutions hedging against, naked shorts, which are, right about, you will see them. And of course, these short wing turds borrowed another 1.64 million shares. Cost to borrow, once again, going into the negative, about 500 zillion shares available, right up my wazoo. Anyway, so you see the short hasn't really subsided at all. The short interest is still about 175 million shares, which is right about where it's been the last several months, despite, little spikes, valleys, strikes, gutters, hits, misses, et cetera, et cetera. But shares on loan just come down dramatically from 195 million 3 months ago. And, it was 225 million just in September, all the way to 144 million. So there's either a lot of short long hedges, which there's not that many, or there's naked shorting going on, or some kind of shenanigans. I call shenanigans. But what it tells me is there's still a lot of potential to the upside if we can still see some more buying pressure. Institutional ownership, the last filing on Finto went down just very slightly, like 1 million shares or something. Not really sure who sold. It looked like In terms of new positions versus closed out positions, there's a hell of a lot more green than red in the filings in the last week. But you have to go through and really analyze who each one of those are, where their positions started, because there's a lot of different reasons, especially coming toward the end of the year, why somebody might sell stock. I mean, there's still really only one reason. It's like they say only one reason an insider buys. There's a lot of reasons they sell. There's really only one reason they buy on the open market. That's they believe the shares are undervalued. They're going to go up. You know, it's really the only reason anybody buys long shares on the open market. Where the hell am I going to buy them? I bought these on the open market. Of course you did, you fat turd. You're a returder. You're not even Canadian. You can't buy in the dark pool. You're afraid to go in the deep end. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. In terms of analyst ratings, there's a lot of upside going on in terms of not necessarily the price targets, but in terms of the EPS and revenue targets and stuff. Everybody's re-rating to the upside. So it used to be the consensus was for sort of this 15 to 17% slow growth. Now everybody's saying, okay, next year it's going to be over 3 billion. The fact that this company, with everything they're doing, and you see these new high margin businesses appearing out of thin air, the fact that they're not trading at 5 times forward sales tells me this company is still, dramatically undervalued for what it is, for what they've accomplished, for the timing with the bank charter. You see this Ken Shi guy at DBS, 11 and a buy. Very good analyst, 90 ratings, 73% success rate. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody higher than that. So solid 5-star analyst, another buy rating, excellent news. This guy, UBS, Timothy Chode, he raised his price target from 750 to 1050. So that's really good. He's always been, very neutral to bearish. Morgan Fudley, of course, still a sell. Reginald Smith, a hold at 9. But I think JP Morgan, actually, I read some of their notes. In their notes, like in private bank, in the, if you invest with JP Morgan, which I do, they have a lot of research, which is really, really good. And they're actually seemingly more bullish than this price target would indicate. But that's just me. I kind of read these things back and forth. So a lot of it can change and I might not catch it all. So full disclosure, I'm a complete idiot. No, I read what I read. It's just like a shotgun approach. There's no way I can track like everything going on, all the analysts. And of course, even within a company the size of JP Morgan, like some analysts might be more bullish on a stock. Another analyst might be less bullish on a stock. So you kind of have to look a little bit below the surface. Anyway, guys, take a look at who is with. My guess would be it'll consolidate below 12. It looks like it's trying to consolidate right here. I mean, this level makes a lot of sense. This is not a pump and dump, guys. I mean, this is not what a pump and dump looks like. This slope is consistent. It looks crazy back here. But if you look at this 16 bars, this is 2 bars, guys. This goes up, and notice it really kind of comes up from 1030, where this comes from 961. So I don't know. Everybody's really worried about this gap, but there's another gap here. There continues to be gaps at this exact level. So I don't know. It doesn't concern me that much. I think people make too much of it's going to fill the gaps. There's gaps all over the chart, that haven't filled necessarily. But all gaps usually eventually fill because stocks just tend to go up and down. I don't think it's something magical about the gap. Mind the gap. So we're just a couple of white people? I guess so. Want to go to the gap? It's an old classic Seinfeld line. I don't think we're supposed to be talking about this. Elaine's trying to find out what race her boyfriend is. Just happens to be a white guy. Stupid. So that Seinfeld stuff's like seemed really funny at the time, then like can't figure out why it's funny, but it is. Like, but it was funny in the 80s or the 90s. The bass line was pretty good. Anyway, guys, sorry if this show is a little bit dry, but yeah, I just wanted to really caution people. This is not at all running out of steam. I mean, it just made the highest high it's made in, about a year and a half. And the only time it went higher than that was on a pump and dump here. And again, this is one day. The next day, all the way back down. Completely different scenario than what we're seeing right here. I mean, this is consolidating around 11 for the last 8 trading days, besides the sell-off on the ER, that Fugazi sell-off that, again, was preloaded. And it's still, it still was maintaining the slope line here. It still basically filled this gap, obviously. So if you're one of those people that insists on stocks filling gaps, fill the gap. All right? You satisfied? Anyway, guys. Let's see. Let's Poco DVD. Why not? What's up, M. Russo? Vladi Z, good to see you as well, sir. Not a Sorry, guys. I know my internet connection's crappy. I'm sure I'm going to go buy a long Ethernet cable. I have a lot of good intentions. I'm short on actions, but have you seen some of the Onion election video? I used to love the guys. I don't have time. I don't have time to watch Onion right now, but let the bulls begin to run. We're just getting started. Yeah, Thomas, I think 5x, 6x, even 8x multiple. A lot of these guys who know what they're doing with growth stocks think the stock is an easy $17, $19. Some people $27. I'm just looking at valuations: Palantir, CrowdStrike, Upstart. I mean, why people they make it a bad thing that SoFi is a bank and got the bank charter and rapidly grows deposits and is able to fund loans and make these huge net interest margins. And, it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. It was the best decision they made to get that bank charter. I don't know. Just a bank that's going to be making a shit ton of money. This sector bias thing. You just have to talk about AI. SoFi uses AI. I know they're not Palantir, and I know Palantir is special and unique. I'm not trying to pick on Palantir. I'm just saying the market has its darlings, and it has its redheaded stepchildren. And just like the algo's been destroying Neo for 3 years, it's been doing the same to SoFi, but the jig is up. And I've been saying this a long, long time. Earnings cures all things. The market is that people are like, no, it doesn't matter how much free cash flow they make. The market doesn't care. People who say that just they don't know how to tie their own shoes. They've never bought a stock in their life. They're trolls. They're idiots. That's not how it works. 4 years of nearly perfect execution matters. Credibility matters. Management has credibility. Bears have zero credibility. That's just how this stacks up in my book. What else do they want? These guys who say never trust management, never trust what management's telling you. It's impossible for management to forecast out to 2026. How is that even possible? What do you think Noto was doing at Goldman Sachs? It's math. It's forecasting. You have a talent for it. You look at the future. You see the field. Noto sees the field. That's why he's an All-American linebacker. He just came up into the gap and absolutely stuffed the run, absolutely blew up the Bears for no gain. 3rd and 1 for no gain. Noto just blows up the Bears in the gap. These guys, they have no narrative left even. There's no FUD left in the tank. When Morgan Fudley comes out with a sell rating, I guess really all they can talk about is valuation, and any reasonable person can see the stock's still undervalued. Yeah, they're not making a ton of money yet, but they just started making money. The EPS growth is about to ramp, and analyst consensus raised to like 28 cents for next year, 45 cents for 2026. Anthony Noto and Chris LaPointe are telling us, no, it's not 45 cents, it's 55 to 80 cents. And look at their history with projections. They're always... Sorry, I think I'm buffering again. Loan platform, business loan platform. The margins on these are going to be such that they're going to affect the bottom line. And these rate cuts that are going to continue to come, they're going to explode demand for loans, and fair value accounting is going to spike the books when those loans originate. And SoFi's other loans that are not defaulting at the rates people like, the five head belonging to Sandwich want you to believe they are. Because if that guy's, flight of fancy was true, we'd be seeing it already. Why aren't we seeing these defaults going up? Higher for longer was here for a long, long time. Why didn't they break? Why did they pass these stress tests? Why do they forecast for the worst and they don't even come anywhere near those levels? When you hear LaPointe go through where the defaults would have to go to get anywhere near the type of scenario that the five head is postulating, it's preposterous. It's absolutely preposterous. And I would assert that the five head knows it's preposterous. Where is the Chia pet? Where is the Chia pet? Where, oh, where could he be? Let's find a scavenger hunt. Maybe he's been in. No, look, he's extremely active. He's re-rating everything. Holds, buys. The guy's never seen a stock he doesn't want to buy or hold. He has 0 sell ratings on anything. Look at this. This is a professional analyst. I mean, I hate to pick on the guy, but 43% success rating, average return in the negative. And this is a big sample size. This isn't one of these guys like, Tim Sweeney. Not the Tim Sweeney. No, that's the SoFi expert. Tim Switzer. I'm sorry. Tim Switzer or Midwest Values, Jeffrey Asselson. Let's see, guys. What do we got here? We do not need 4K subs by 2024, and you should not like nor subscribe. Got Nauta Lurker on the bat phone. Giving me some important information. Give you some information, see about some information. But no, it's just curious. Like, the guy's re-rated literally every other stock on earth, a hold or a buy. I mean, and he used to rate SoFi, there's upstart, hold, upgraded, $45. Here's his SoFi rating. And if you go back, they were a buy at 12, telling you to buy, on the fall. It's curious that the stock was a buy at 12 in January of 2022. It's interesting. And now it's like a sell at 4 or 3 or whatever. And silence since August. Every other stock in the world he's re-rated. He rated Burford Capital, Pagaya, little tiny Huntington Bank share. It's just funny. Like, it's funny that people can't admit they're wrong. It's just, they just take it too far. And I mean, it was a lot of, I think it was some kind of personal thing. I have no idea. Perfect. Sorry, guys, I'm buffering. I have internet issues. I know. I'm going to fix it, maybe, if I feel like it. But volume is perfect at 52 million shares. Bulls are firmly in charge of the stock. Shorts aren't covering. They're not borrowing. I think they're naked short. I don't really know. Maybe this strange pattern with the puts in terms of volume. I don't know exactly what this indicates. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. Let's see. 321, let's Poco. What's up, SJ? 1160 right now. Yeah, it's going to 1360. I can tell you that by the end of the year. I'm very confident in that. What's up, Lorraine? Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Premium of the option is here. SoFi is more fly than ever. Premium of the option. Thanks for stopping by. What's going on, SJ? I do look like Mr. Potato Head. I resemble that remark. What's up? Stop console wars. Had to come keep company since the toilet is too busy for you, Turd King. Oh, the porcelain king, they used to call me back in the day. The kids used to call me. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. When you got pills, pass them out for the rest of us. Why is crypto booming? I don't know. I think people think Trump is looking pretty good right now in the swing states, and I think he's sort of come out as a friend of crypto. Elon Musk loves crypto and all that stuff. But I think people really have to understand that a lot of campaign rhetoric doesn't necessarily turn into policy. So just have to use caution. Everybody's fine. Whoever wins, SoFi is going to do great. Your investments are going to do great. Everything's going to go on. So let's not panic. It's kind of what I want to do a show. I'm just really sick of the election coverage. And we won't know for a little while who wins the swing states. It's always the same states that matter. Most of us, our votes are already sort of like California. Democrats always win by a ton. If you live in Texas, the Republicans always win by a ton. There's only a few states that are actually close. So that's the system we've got. So we got to wait and see when they count all this crap and all the mail and all the absentee and all that stuff. And then I guess we'll probably know what things look like here in a few tomorrow or whatever it is. So we'll just anyway. SoFi is not a pump. Yeah, no, this is not a pump by any means. Now they have pumped it, but the problem, as I say, the algo broke and lost control very, very recently. It did everything it could, but it broke and it lost control. I was talking about crypto with a comment above. I can't follow anything console wars. I'm old and my mind don't work good. You're not watching any news channel. You're watching wrong buy. You're not wrong for buy Palantir right now. You're wrong for selling SoFi in the next 4 years. Yeah, I'm not selling. I mean, if it goes up an insane amount, I'll sell some, but I'm not selling right now. Guys, remember, the SPAC was 10. 4 years of execution. Revenue's like 5x at least since then or more, way more. I mean, when Anthony Noto got here 6-7 years ago, I think revenue was 300 million. Revenue next year will be 3 billion. It's going to have 10x. This growth is every bit as impressive as Palantir, guys. We're just getting a shit multiple. Sector bias. Size discrimination. They're holding the SoFi stock down because yours truly, the chunky stock monkey, has been unable to set a reasonable diet and exercise regimen. Guys, that is exactly why I developed the Tebadaki method, which is the first trading system, investment system developed specifically for portly gentlemen of generous proportions. Because we have to trade a certain way, guys. We have to make enough money to fly first class. Let's be honest. You trying to stuff me into a coach seat? Ay, ay, ay. Need some jaws of life to get my happy ass out of there. Sir, will you be able to operate the emergency door? Like, I can't feel my fingers nor my legs. I'm ratcheted in here, some kind of a hydraulic device. My tray table is wedged between my testicles. Why make that tray table like fold up out of like MacGyver? What's wrong with the one that just came down? Like a little plastic tray was fine. Now I got to MacGyver that little thing out of the arm. It pinches my thigh, my short. I got these short, fat legs that God was, wise enough to bless me with. I don't need that metal gearing that C-bar engineering can tell you. You don't need like an 8-way metal gear that rotates 270 degrees and for a tiny 8-inch tray table that's useless anyway. And it's going to pinch my leg. Can't even fully get it down because I'm wedged into that seat. It's like trying to fit a manatee in a go-kart or something. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And quite frankly, I don't know why we're standing for these continuously shrinking coach seats when Americans are getting fatter and fatter and fatter. Whoever wins this election, somebody do something about fat people who cannot afford first class being stuck in coach seats. No justice, no peace. I can't feel my feet. Anyway, guys, enough about me. How's everyone else doing? Thank you, Not a Lurker. Thank you for moderating, producing all that you do to try to actually promote this massive turd of a channel. I'd much rather Poco than watch the election. Thanks, Daniel Wendt, fellow Daniel. Yeah, I mean, you know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? There's no point agonizing over it. Life will go on. Everybody, like, if you're for Trump, you think Harris winning will be the end of the world. If you think, you know, for Harris, you think Trump winning will be the end of the world. Trump won before, and, you know, life went on barely. The pandemic was not, I don't think, handled well. I think even most, you know, Trump supporters would not find the, you know, handling of the pandemic ideal, but it was a very unique circumstance. I think he was just very ill-equipped to deal with it. I don't know, emotionally, critical thinking-wise, just was not good. But anyway, we made it through. We made it through, as I knew we would. The world wasn't ending, though a lot of us thought it was there for a minute. We got Spanker. What's up, Spanker? Reminds me of Stainer from that. What's that movie? It's out of my league. That was a good movie. I'm Kurt Keckner. I'm standing right here. We got Payush, the big P, checking in from Memphis. He was walking in Memphis. What's up, Payush? John Candy here at your service. SoFi is a huge Memphis in the house. SoFi is a huge what, Payush? What's up, big P? Not a lurker, SoFi baby. Spanker 1175. Hello. We got, is that Steven Zunker coming out of the bunker to say hello? What's up, Steven? How you doing? Steven, that's Steven with a V, guys. Y'all hurt? You better ask somebody. It is your old buddy DJ Patchy Drizzle. I come in with a whimper, and you don't even know when I leave. It might come in a little bit limper as well. Tesla up $15 after hour. I don't. Is that true, guys? This after hours stuff is just absolutely crazy. People think like Trump is going to put Elon in charge of the whole government, guys. Everybody needs to relax, guys. These are publicly traded companies. The laws will still apply. Whoever wins, it's all going to come back. It'll all revert to the mean. I don't have any cash secured puts on Tesla. No, I don't. Stock has been spooling for a while, long over. Yeah, I mean, you have to think, guys. Tesla's been up 300 a few times. It's, you know, this is, it's kind of, they had really good projections for next year. I think the full self-driving thing, I mean, it's just such a wild card. Yeah, if Trump wins, Tesla's going to open huge. I think SoFi will as well. SoFi is going to really do well if Trump wins. That's just, I mean, Noto said the same. That's not like an endorsement from me, but I think that's just a fact. Trump will be very good for business in terms of SoFi investors. Hey, there's an election tonight. I think what Scrubs is doing here. What do you think about the short covering big? They haven't covered Spanker. They have not covered. They're naked short, or they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, let's see. So short is here. Short interest is still 175 million. Still basically, it's a little bit lower than it was through September, but still the same level basically in August. Haven't really covered anything at all. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see what Fintel has for the short. So they have 180. They have it considerably higher, 180 million shares, and then looking at just the ratios, yeah. So let's take a look at the short volume ratios just to see where we've been today. So yeah, not a lot of shorting, it looks like today. Yesterday, a little bit more the day before, which would have been Friday for OPEX, which I don't know, they didn't really hold it back too well, but I think they were holding 11 there or 1091 or something. I can't remember. But yeah, it's been, you know, that's not low shorting for most stocks, but it's low for SoFi. Mid 30s about as low as you get. low 30s anyway. So volume was strong, not a lot of shorting. That's why obviously the stock is up. Volume is good. The chart looks extremely strong to me. I mean, just take a look. You tell me where the trend is there. They pushed down as hard as they could for a couple days. They pushed down as hard as they could at earnings, but it's not working here. I mean, this stock has been consolidating for 3 years, and there's absolutely no reason it can't go back up here. It should go back up here. SoFi's earned the right to win, guys. That's my opinion. I think it's going to go to 1360 before the end of the year, and I think it'll still be undervalued at 1360. Marquetta dropped like beach. Yeah, guys, this volatility is just absolutely insane. It's just nuts. Trump wins in Iowa, someone's saying. I haven't seen the news, guys, but I think the Fed's going to cut either way. So, yeah, guys, sorry about the buffering. I'm going to wire this thing. I know it's a pain in the ass, but hey, I don't monetize. So you don't have to watch commercials. Yeah, there's so many turds, Hot Wing Mike. That's just the way turds are. They congregate. I don't even know how to spell my name. That's okay. We're not Harry and the Hendersons, by the way. Great movie. Better mouse traps catch mouses, and we will soon have all the cheddar. We need Trump. Democrats win. They will suspend student loans. Not gonna. Tommy Dimes. I honestly like. SoFi has been crushing it under Biden. Like, I agree with you that Republicans have more business-friendly policies, but I think SoFi would absolutely crush it under Harris as well as they will crush it under Trump. So I'm not that worried about it. I think any difference would be very, very marginal. But yeah, those student loan announcements do tend to hit the stock, even though they have almost no effect on the actual company. That's true. Tebedaki, I can't give you the spelling, Thomas. I'm making it up as I go. No, the Tebedaki method was developed by my great uncle, Nisak Hedbandian, who was one of the most brilliant mathematicians from the old country. His work with an abacus is legendary, but yeah, no, he developed this system because of our lack of mobility, just our love of great food, dining feasts. We didn't have enough time to do proper due diligence and research, so we had to develop the Tebedaki method as a shortcut for plus-size gentlemen, portly prognosticators, chunky stock monkey, those of us of generous proportions and a certain make. I'm a bit of a pear shape. Okay, officer, I know I was on a cell phone. I was speeding. I don't have my seatbelt on. My child is not properly restrained in the car seat. Okay. But I'm a bit of a pear shape here. These kids aren't treating me well. Ma'am, you don't have any children in the vehicle. Where are those kids? Oh, my God, I'm on a cell phone here. Mind your own business, officer. Name and badge number. Oh, this is an Arby's drive-thru, ma'am. Okay, I'll have a beef and cheddar. All right. Hello and welcome, guys. It's Steven Zunker. It's Eric from Cooperstown, Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer. Let's go SoFi. $1.95 on Hood. If SoFi keeps climbing like this, soon I'll be able to afford Danny's stock system. Oh, absolutely not, Timothy, because the secret to my stock system, you have to be 18 stone to buy in. If you're 20 stone, you get half price tuition. If you're 25 stone, you get free tuition because you don't have long to live. Hello and welcome, Matt Flo. Hello and welcome. What's up, J-Mac? Hello and welcome, J-Mac. It's Timothy Semple. Keep it simple. If he had an internet stock show, I'd say, let's keep it simple with Timothy Semple, where we're going to tell you how to invest. Put everything in the QQQ. Good night. We got Matt Flo, the great Matt Flo. Hello and welcome. 2 exclamation points from Matt Flo. He's fired up. Just went from 6 to midnight. Sheet 5 pulls are finished. Sheet 5. Haven't heard that in a while. That was like a stock twits guy. The biggest moron I ever heard was that MBA guy. God, what an idiot. Guy would buy all these penny stocks, lose a ton of money, just be completely wrong, and then be like, I was right. I sold it. Like, what? We all lost money. We're all idiots. Anybody who buys penny stocks is an idiot. But no, stock twits. I just didn't have time for these anymore. Yahoo, stock twits, any of these boards. My God. So dumb. Such a waste of time. Boring. I know, Matt Flo. This show sucks. You don't have to say it out loud. But I live these like the sheet 5 baggies. Like, dude, my average is like below 0 with options income. It's crazy. You'd see the calls I made like 300% on. So much money, guys. It's crazy. I don't, whatever. Dude, people commenting here, not fit to hold my jock strap. Like, it's just like broke turds. I mean, broke turds talk, dude. I make money. Like, that's the way it is. Anyway, Victor, no, I'm not on anything. I'm 100% sober, dude. Put the plug in the jug many years ago. Don't consume any intoxicating substance. I'm high on life, buddy. I'm high on life. I'm stone cold sober. No, sort of. I meant like 6 to midnight. Let's see. Conversation no deal was brilliant. Yeah, the convertible no deal, everything they do, man, master moves. Everything people like question Noto on, SoFi Stadium, bank charter, the convertible note. I believe buying Galileo and Technesis eventually will be in the same category. Everybody else saying, hey, that was a brilliant move. Looked shaky at the time. But that's what leadership's about. It's making hard. If it was easy, anybody could be CEO. I could be CEO. Hey, come in here. Come in here. Take my lunch order. Sir, it's 8 a.m. Just finished breakfast. Oh. All right, get me a latte. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. 1198 overnight. Oh boy. Going nutty, guys. Going up big time. Yeah, I mean, if it looks good for Trump, that looks really good for SoFi. So I just think I think it'll be kind of a short-lived pump. I mean, oh my God. If you own DJT stock, what are the futures like on that stock? I haven't had a chance to look at anything, but yeah, I just went out and did a few things, had to go to the vet, voted, all that fun stuff. So got to spend some quality time with Princess J before this stream gets far too annoying. I've been trying not to yell as much as I generally do, but yeah, no coffee. Lurker is telling you to like and subscribe. But if you do that, guys, something very bad will happen. It's like if you watch that short film in the movie The Ring, that VHS tape, you'll probably be dead within a couple of days. So don't like and subscribe. It's tempting. It's tempting because the content is just so fucking good. Gets you here. It gets you right here. It's like A1 steak sauce. Gets you here. Anyway, guys, me and my squeaky chair and not a lurker, the great Alberto Berti Avilés, don't think he's here. Alejandro Mendoza, it will hit $13.60 before the end of the year. That's not what I say. That's what's going to happen. Because I am the portly prognosticator, the chunky stock monkey. I am the chart master. Bring me a new pair of tidy whities. The chart master has predictions. I am more reliable than Punxsutawney Phil. I may see my shadow. I may not see my wiener. I am, because I'm losing weight. Losing weight. Getting desperately close to that 300-pound line. I might dip under it. Like a 7-layer dip or a bean dip. Oh, why am I always thinking about food? Because I am a toper. What is the poly market saying? You mean like marrying more than one woman? I don't know. You mean that Cody guy? Sister Wives? That guy is so cool. How he has that like receding hair and the frosted hair and the frosted goatee. I could see why those babes flock to him out in like rural Utah. Man, what a love story. Tale as old as time. Song as old as well. It was my night with Cody. I didn't know if Dolores was going to be jealous or what, being the new wife. Me having a new sweater from the QVC. But Cody made me feel like I was the only one. Cody, fucking like Jim Gaffigan in a fucking wig. Come on, dude. God told you to marry these women. You could just sleep around. Have to pretend to be religious. Jesus Christmas. Oh, anyway, guys, I can't stand anything right now. Culture, any more election coverage. Just have to wait and see what happens. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for tonight. It's a SoFi stock apparently going absolutely bonkers on after hours at Robinhood. Not surprisingly. So we'll just have to see what happens in the morning, have to see how the vote shakes out, have to see everything is decided. If so, like I said, stocks like SoFi, stocks like Tesla, it's going to be absolute madness in the morning. So, man, the call sellers might be a little bit disappointed, but hopefully sold at levels you can live with. Anyway, or you can get out of the way before it's too late. So see it bouncing off 30, but it won't break through first. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying it's going to break through the first time, 24 hours, but if the shorts start to cover in earnest, it could be there very, very quickly, like a week. I mean, this thing can move. This thing can move. What do I think of gold prices? I don't think they were going to go up this much. I don't really understand why they're going up quite this quickly, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was kind of wrong about that. I thought gold was kind of going to plateau, but like most things, I have my head way up my ass. Anyway, guys, that's a SoFi stock. That's DJ Patchy Drizzle. That's Little Danny Cornbread DeCarlo. That's Not a Lurker J Money. That's Alberto Bertie Avilés. That's 24 Hours to Live. That's Robert DJ Chia. Yeah, man, up 41%. Not surprised. Yeah, if he has all the shares and he's president, he doesn't exactly follow all the rules to the letter. So I could imagine him doing something that might help those shares be worth an extreme, crazy amount of money. So anyway, people were worried about like the emoluments clause and things. I don't think he's particularly concerned about the emoluments clause, to be honest with you. Anyway, guys, we just have to see what happens. Hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night. Thanks for watching. Don't like and subscribe. It's a fool's errand. It's a trap.